So this is what I'm using at the moment. It's my studio. Well, it's not really a studio, it's just a little study area that I converted into kind of like a techno workstation. Pretty much I'm just using these three machines, analog 4, Digitech, and samples, all going into the a simple mixer. The Digitech is the master clock, sends the transport. No program changes on any of them. I manually change the program because I blend the sounds between the three of them. Most of the time I'm on these two. There's no drums on the analog 4, just synth patterns. So I thought I needed something to keep the rhythm going when I say, for example, transition to this one. So I introduced the sample to the model sample to give me a basic drum track. It also has some interesting synth tracks. So it pretty much is very similar to the Digitech. You know, it's just a more stripped down sampler that just gives me drums on the fly. So basically, you know, I love these Elektron boxes, and between the Digitech and the analog 4, you pretty much cover all the grounds of techno music. You know, pretty much you can sample, you can mangle things, you can do whatever you want. You know. And then you can have whatever synth. You have 4 tracks of whatever synth track you want. Polyphony up to 4 notes, and I used to have a effect. This is like an effect loop. I used to go out into a little reverb pedal, which I miss a little bit right now. I might bring it back, just because sometimes I want to have some kind of like a reverb effect break, you know, where I can turn up the effect and then bang, and then, you know, turn the drums back on and do tricks like that. And this does come with the effects as well, but the effects on this is not great, you know. So but basically I just use these 3 channels. This is the analog 4, this is the Digitech, and this is the model samples, and I just mix between them, you know. Yes, and you know, I've been experimenting a lot, and right now I've settled on this particular setup, and I'm very happy with it. I think it's very flexible. The analog 4 is very deep. You know, it's a very ambitious machine, and I'm still in the process of learning, you know, the inside out. Like Digitech, I know pretty well, but this thing can do like amazing things. It has a full performance mode where I can assign each knob to control a number of parameters at one time. You know, it's just so powerful. It's so incredibly fascinating, and it gives me the motivation to keep learning. Sometimes I add a little something. You know, I love my vocal keys, and sometimes I'll add the micro granny, just to have some kind of like ambient textures, you know, lo-fi textures, you know, if the song calls for it. So yeah, this is pretty much my setup.